Welcome. I'd like to share a short standing practice that I do with my clients using a wall. So you'll want to find a small space at the wall where you can bring the back of your body onto the wall. A smooth wall works best, but if you got a little texture on your wall, we'll make it work. And you want enough space for the back of your body and then a little bit of space out to either side of you. So we'll start with your feet in front of the wall, maybe about a foot or a foot and a half to start. And then you'll bring the back of your body onto the wall. And what you should feel is that somewhere around the back of your hips is on the wall. And then somewhere in your upper back is on the wall. Perhaps there's a little space between your low back and the wall. Now it's going to depend a little bit on your body, so you can kind of feel into what feels normal for you. And then for some of us, we'll find that our head and our shoulders naturally sit a little bit forward of the wall. So there's no need to work to put your head back or work to put your shoulders back to the wall. In fact, for what we're doing today, I'd rather that you have a little bit less tension, a little bit less effort in the upper body. And so you can just let the shoulders and the head fall wherever they want to fall. So start by really noticing the soles of your feet on the ground. And notice if you're standing evenly on your right and left foot, as well as noticing where the weight is on the bottoms of each foot. We'll bring some awareness to your pelvis and bones of your pelvis. If you like, you can bring your hands onto your hips just to help you get a sense of what's going on. And we're also going to pay attention to where your body is in contact with the wall. And we're going to start to bend the knees and the hips and sit down the wall a little bit. So letting yourself slide down as your knees and hips bend, your ankles may move as well. And we want this to be easy and comfortable for you. So you'll come up and down a few times. Again, this might be a small movement. I'm on a particularly sticky wall here today because this is where I have space to film this class. And so it's not the best, but we make do. Sometimes you can place a blanket or something behind you as well to facilitate the slide. So as you're coming up and down here, you're going to notice movement at your hips, movement at your knees and ankles. What we're going to try to notice is whether you are also shifting side to side through your pelvis or your rib cage, or twisting one hip or side of the rib cage away from the wall. Or a common one that happens is you might be tucking your tail forward and flattening your low back into the wall, or arching your low back away from the wall, either as you come down or as you come up. So we'll do a few of these little wall sit or chair pose movements, just noticing what's happening in your body. Ideally, from the pelvis up to the top of your head is like it's on an elevator. So it's just going to come up and down the wall nice and easy. And then you're going to come down somewhere you want to hold. So that might not be your maximum. If you've done wall sits in an athletic context, this is not that. Okay, so we're not pushing maximum effort. We're looking for a place we can hang out with some ease. Check in again with the soles of your feet. Notice where you're connected. See if that shifted. Notice what you have to do to hold. So does anything start to grip or brace, or maybe your breath starts to hold, all those kinds of things. And then you'll press into the feet, straighten the legs to come up. And then we'll come in one more time and hold. So lowering only as far as you want to a place where you can hold with some effort, perhaps, but a sense of ease within the effort. Noticing the connections between your feet and the floor. And then this next cue, I should not be able to see you do if I'm in the room with you. So what you're going to do is you're going to press your right foot into the floor, but nothing moves. So you're maintaining stillness through the body. Release the right foot and then press the left foot down into the floor. Breathing nice and easy, release the left foot, press the right. And release the right foot, press the left. Release the effort. And straighten both legs to come up. And then maybe just stand away from the wall for a moment. Notice how you feel. We'll bring the body back to the wall. This time, we're going to think about where the pelvis and the back of the shoulders are on the wall. We're going to keep those contact points and walk the feet out a little bit wider. So ideally, as the feet come wider, nothing should be changing in the relationship between your body and the wall. So the wall is a really good tool for awareness. From here, you're going to pick your right toes up, rotate them out about 45 degrees, bring the toes back down, do the same thing on the left side. So your feet are angled out, not parallel to the wall, but about halfway. Take a moment again to feel the connection between your body and the wall. In this movement as well, your pelvis up to the crown of your head is going to be on an imaginary elevator. As you bend the knees out towards the toes to come down the wall, now your legs are angled out to the sides. Knees are coming towards the toes, not in towards the center. And you come up and down a few times, noticing, as you did before, that there's movement at the knees, the ankles, and the hips. But nothing much going on with the pelvis, rib cage, and head. Shoulders and the back of the pelvis, low back should feel about the same on the wall as they did before, or off the wall as the case may be. And then you'll come down to somewhere you feel like you can hold. While you're holding, you might imagine you're pressing the upper thighs back towards the wall behind you, as if these very upper thighs in the back could touch the wall. Nothing else changes. Notice what you feel. Still breathing and trusting your body to tell you when to come out. When you feel done, press down into the feet to straighten the legs. Move from the hips to rotate the toes back forward. Come away from the wall, step the feet a little closer towards each other, and stand for a moment, noticing how you feel. Notice the changes that come about as a result of this standing practice. I hope you found it interesting and helpful, and I'd love to know what happened. If you want to pop in the comments and let me know.